So in lesson 7, we're going to look at the introduction of a new letter and the final rule for epsilon, in which we will cover all the 4 cases of the pronunciation for any letter coming before epsilon. So first off, I would like everyone to pause the video and try reading each word individually. If you need to look back to the alphabets on the other link, you can do so. But please try for yourself before going forward. So pause right now, and then we'll continue. Okay. So the first word here, we've seen all these letters before. So I will just write them underneath is SH for this, alpha, R, and in Coptic, the E is not like English where it's silent. It will always be pronounced. Okay? So I have this word here where it says Share. Okay? Now this word, I have it in 2 forms. This is the full word, and this is the abbreviated word. So in Coptic, like English, commonly used words will always be abbreviated, usually with a few letters and then a line over top. Just like how we use ASAP for as soon as possible, Coptic will use these words, but more often for words concerning God. So Isos, Bichristos, Ibshiri, Imivnoti. So this is Ivnoti because this letter here, it's like an F, and then we know the N, and we know that O before epsilon, it's like a double O, and this T is like the elongated T. If no T, okay? So we'll put that underneath here. If no T. Now, this word again also, it's not hard. The W we said it's O, Lola is L, and this Yota, E. So Share, Ivnoti, O, Li. Now, this one we need to focus on. First thing, the Jenkin makes an EH sound. Double M, so it's going to be M, not M, M. So, M, M. Now, epsilon, if before it is alpha, will act the same as the E here, like we saw in ev logimenos. So it's also a V. So, Share, Ivnoti, Oli, Mav. Where I have the translation here where it says, wherein God takes away. The full verse is, wherein God takes away the sins of the people through the burnt offerings and the aroma of incense. This is found in the Theotokia for Sunday. It's also said as the Marad al-Braxis during the weekdays of the Great Lent. You can find the translation for Arabic as well. So with all that said, we're going to go through the main takeaways or the main lessons. And in this lesson, we're going to look through all the 4 different interactions with epsilon. First one, we see right here, if it's just O and epsilon, U. Now, if we have the other form of O in the form of a W, O, U. 2 syllables, O, U. Okay? Now, if I have the E before the epsilon like evlogimenos, it's going to be ev, EV. A before epsilon, the same as the E, it's going to be a V. So, make sure you pay attention to the abbreviations. It's a quicker way to read Coptic. And thank you. We'll see you on the next lesson.